Hey everyone, I'm Donald,
And I'm Jillian.
and we are Kentucky Fried Dice. Wanted to share with you all some of our favorite board games, especially those on Board Game Arena. Most of them are great two-player games that you can just play with some quick minutes and stuff. This first one is Lucky Numbers. It's pretty new to Board Game Arena, kind of a combination of a scratch-off lottery ticket, Keno, and Bingo, maybe. I don't know, honey. What do you think?
It's a fun little quick numbers game. I sometimes understand it, I sometimes get confused, so we'll see what happens tonight.
So you kind of have a bingo and Sudoku element to it where you want to get a row of four in ascending order and then also all of your columns in that same order. So I already have a 2 and I have a 6 here. I can play it where it's below the 15, but I'm actually going to go over here and give me a little more wiggle room for some later cards and play it on that third column there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, Brambeard, thanks for following. That is awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Brainbeard. This where my 19 is makes it really tricky, so I'm gonna actually replace it with my 18. So that's one thing on this game is you can replace numbers that are already on your board with new ones, but now Donald gets a chance to steal that 19.
And as a personal strategy, I always love knowing exactly what I'm going to get, as opposed to the stack where it's face down, you don't know what it is. So yeah, I'm going to take that 19, and I can actually place it either above the 20 or directly to the left of that 20. Feeling a little sassy today, so we're going to go above the 20 and save that room for maybe another 19.
And Brandbeard is asking if we are out of Kentucky. We sure are. We live in Lexington.
Yeah, Brandbeard, where are you from? You from Kentucky as well?
I had no use for that one, unfortunately, even though I know Donald will scoop it up.
I love taking ones. Getting that 1 to 20, like, just gives you a little more flexibility.
But
Of
I'm going to
course,
take his two.
she stole my 2. Stole my heart, stole my 2.
Aw, you're so sweet.
So I got this 11 that I drew blind. Um, I think I'm gonna use that to finish off my top row, or that's kind of the top. Gives me plenty of space between that 11 and 19 for another clover.
I got a three, which is really helpful. It is also important to note that while we are in Kentucky, I'm not from Kentucky. I'm a very proud North Carolinian from the mountains, but Kentucky is now home.
I am Kentucky born and raised. We actually live in Lexington. Oh yeah, so Richmond. That is awesome. And Mount Sterling, we have driven through there a lot. Never spent a ton of time there, but I've already made a strategic mistake, and now this 10 is no use to me. I'm gonna go and play it and discard this 6, which she's gonna scoop up
Why didn't you put it below your nine?
because I didn't think about that.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe there was strategy I didn't know about.
uh, oh yeah, deep strategy that we won't get into yet.
I was like, oh, I might have missed something, some key element here.
No, just your husband being a little difficult.
I haven't been to Minnesota yet. That's where Beard is living now. And I'm probably saying your name wrong, and I apologize. But my really good friend lives in Minnesota. So once we are able to travel, on my to-do list is visiting some beautiful Minnesota lakes, and I can't wait to make that happen.
My only experience with Minnesota that I can remember is I got stuck in Minneapolis airport for like an entire day. My work sent me to Iowa for some training, and it was, of course, Minneapolis was the cheapest airport to fly into, and they wouldn't pick us up until 3 in the afternoon. But the cheap flights got us up there at like 8 a.m. So yeah, that Chili's to go in the Minneapolis airport. Had a couple of drinks there, and that was really it. But I've heard their football stadium is beautiful. Let's go that 12 here, maybe.
I was gonna say we could time a trip so you could watch football and I could go to a lake, but I feel like that would mean the weather was maybe too cold. So
You never know, but
scratch that plan.
probably. If there's ever preseason again, maybe, but at this point.
I'm always torn on this game because I don't like giving you a number, but I want to give myself that, like, I want to put better numbers on my own board, but then the downside is then you have access to it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take that one.
Yeah, I figured you would. So I'm not, I guess I'm not, I haven't played it enough to really hone my own
Yeah, it's the
strengths.
same situation where like I would love to use this 3, but if I get rid of my 4 or my 7, you can definitely use those, and you can't use this 3, so I'm gonna just discard it for you to have it only for that reason.
I mean, I could use the 3, but it wouldn't really make sense.
No, I guess that's true. It would take more effort out of you than it's worth, probably.
Let's see, but then that would mess that up. I think I'm gonna try that. See if you
I can't use
bite.
that 14 anywhere. Oh, you think I'm gonna discard something for you?
I don't know, maybe.
I'm not. I'm bought in
Oh,
now.
but here's the sneaky trick. I actually wanted that 14 back. I just wanted you to think I didn't.
That was so tricky.
That's reverse psychology.
Let's see. Well, you can use a 5. Oh, you can't use a 5. Oh, you can't use a 5 there. That would really trap you down. Just need a 4 though. So you go for it.
Let me see. I'm gonna take it.
I mean, I basically have to have a 16 to do anything right now. So that's you're probably in pretty good shape. Okay, so this 12 is no use to you. So I'm gonna put that there.
But you see, I was already thinking about how I needed to rearrange some things and give myself some more breathing room. So I'm gonna play that 12
Well, that was rude.
so that it opens up some space for me later.
Oh, I am completely stuck needing a 16 or bust. Oh, man. Okay, what doesn't help you? That 9 does not help. But really, that 7 doesn't help me that much. But we can make it work.
Okay, okay. I will take that 9. Thank you.
So I'm going to take this 5. Apparently I can't because that 7's higher and math and I aren't getting along. So it's back to drawing for a 16. Oh, nope.
Well, see, I had actually laid a trap.
You're going to win.
I'm going to win because I could use either of those 5. So even if you took one,
oh, so rude.
I was going to get you.
All right, so first game goes to Jillian. We had a really fun couples weekend of board games where we competed against each other, and we had the whole thing on Instagram, which is also Kentucky Fried Dice, and documented all of that. And people talked a lot of crap about Jillian was gonna just absolutely destroy me. And it, how'd it go, honey? How'd that work out?
It did not work out well for me. It was actually pretty embarrassing. And if I wasn't such an ethical person, I would have fudged the results, to be honest. But that didn't seem fair. So I lost 5 of the 6 games we played that day. And actually, the game that I won was the very last game of the day. So it was kind of demoralizing. Like all day, I lost.
I'm gonna make a quick adjustment so you guys can see the screen just a little better. So this is Kingdom Builder, really, really popular game published by Queen Games. We actually love it as a 2-player game. It's very easy to get into.
And this was actually one of the games that we played during our day-long competition. It is one of the games that I lost. I feel like there's a chance that I'm gonna win, but I do think Donald has a little more. This meets his strategic brain a little bit better.
This one's always really hit or miss for me. I feel like if I plan it out really well, I tend to do well, and sometimes I just kind of don't. But all right, let's see if that's a little better for you guys. You can't really see the full cards there. So if you haven't played Kingdom Builder before, the premise of the game is we're, you know, building a kingdom. Big shock, right? On our turn, we draw a card, and you can't really see that on our screen, but I have flowers, and I don't know what Jillian has. And I go first, so I should probably just play. We get to build settlements. We get 3 in our first turn, and as we build next to... Yep, there's one pulled up there. So this is, I could build next to a farm, and that would let me have the farm ability later on in the game. But I think I'm going to build up here. What are our rules here? So in every game is a little different. There's, I think, 8 different maps, and you combine 4 of them in a kind of a random order. So again, it just, that part of it's different, and then you draw random cards for scoring. So having, like, you don't know going into the game what your strategy is going to be, you kind of have to see it. So in this one, we want to build along the coast to get points. We want to connect different buildings or upgrades to get points, and then build a line horizontally of all one great big settlement, which is tough to do with these combination of maps here.
Yeah, so you cannot build in the water. There is a special feature that would let you, but I don't think we have that. And you cannot build on top of the mountains, which are the gray, white-capped spaces. And so that is something you want to take into consideration. And once, like when Donald lays his flower, now if he draws grass, he has to play right there because you have to do adjacent if possible.
As you guys can see, I had the board was highlighted a lot of the flowers on what I could use, and I just chose this one kind of arbitrarily, kind of because I really like the ability. This farm, my next turn, I can build on the grass as an extra action, so I get to place 4 settlements instead of just the 3. Really, I want to probably build along the coast, and that was a mistake, but can very likely come back from that. And also get those abilities early on so you're using them throughout the game. And I like to, I like the knights. I like having just a line across the board.
Mm-hmm. I will say where you played sort of messed up my original strategy.
It's kind of the goal.
Always your goal. So I also have flowers because they can't see what my screen. So
it shows now, but they can't see that part of the screen.
Okay. I have flowers as well. And so I'm trying to pick an area where I'll still be able to do as much of a horizontal line as possible. So I'm going to go here, and I have to go next to it and next to it. And I didn't get any special powers doing that one, which that was probably a mistake on my part.
So as you mentioned, I drew grasslands. I am adjacent to a grassland, so I have to play here. So I will play here, but then it won't be going horizontal, but I'm going to build towards this next this city up here because one of our victory conditions is connecting the castles and the other hexes. And now I get to use my location tile, which pops up all the options I have. Right now it's just the farm, so it's building on the grass hex again. And we are going to continue our trek towards this city and just building a connection. So it's really just a matter of connecting, kind of prioritizing what you want to, which those you want to score with.
Yeah, so I went ahead and kept trying to do my horizontal line, but I'm also heading up towards another hex, which is a paddock, because I want to connect my castle to the paddock, and I would like to get the paddock for the special power. Every time you get near one of or touch one of those, you get that special power, and it can really make a difference in the game, not just in points that you can earn, but it also makes the game go by faster. So if your opponent gets a bunch of those and uses, hey, Katie.
Thanks for following, Katie. And thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
If your opponent gets a bunch of those special powers, they can run through all of their pieces before you've had a chance to do much, and that can really affect the game.
To answer your question, Jillian won our first game of Lucky Numbers. We'll probably go back to that, but Kingdom Builder comes out for everyone on Board Game Arena this Wednesday. So we kind of wanted to give a preview of that. We're also going to show you how to be a jerk while playing with your wife.
What are you going to do?
So I have flowers. You cannot spam caps, honey.
Oh, shoot. I just got called a spammer.
Well, I'll have to fix that. So, I got flowers. I have one thing of flowers I'm adjacent to, but she made it very clear to me what her strategy was going to be. So we are going to go here, and we're going to go here. She can still get around, but it's going to take just that much more effort.
That
And
was very rude. And I am going to remember that
yeah,
behavior.
as you should. Gonna use my location tile. Gonna build on my grassland here, which connects now that city with my little farm down there.
Huh.
That was so worth it. Okay, I'll have to fix the.
uh, it was rude. This is why I shouldn't tell the audience what I'm doing. I was just trying to be instructive, and you took it to your advantage, which, I mean,
That's a good
I would have
spot.
done too if you'd done the same thing.
So I think I've changed my mind on where I want my mega horizontal line to be. But I gotta build my forests first. And then I get to use my location tiles. I'm gonna use the farm first, and we're gonna put this farm right here. So we get to use the second location tile, because we have both of them right now. And we're gonna use the paddock. And the paddock lets us jump 2 spaces. So I left that hole for a reason. And I'm gonna jump this one down to here. Keeps my connections, doesn't mess anything else up. Doesn't make my wife any more angry.
I have grass. I am going to try and prevent Donald from getting on the coast right there.
Smart play.
And just see what I can do here. Katie, have you ever played Kingdom Builder before? Oh, I always forget. I have to hit confirm on Board Game Arena to confirm my turn.
So we're going to do a little different on this turn. I'm going to start off by using a location tile. You can actually do those at any point during your turn. I don't think you can maybe start place 2 and then use it. And I drew forest, so I'm going to take this one. I'm going to jump it over here. Jump it across. Then I'm going to use my other location tile, my farm.
Good move. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put this back here so she doesn't steal that from me, as she would probably do. And then I'm going to build here, keeping my horizontal line going. And my third forest, it doesn't have to be adjacent to the rest of them. But in this case, I'm going to build up here. How many forests do I get to build? Just a
Well, one of yours wasn't from your forest tile.
Oh,
it was from your
that's
jumper.
right. I'm glad you said that. And we're going to go up here and just keep on building.
Okay, well, I also have forest. I do have to play one down here in the corner because that's my adjacent one, but then there's no more adjacent. And so I know what he's trying to do, and he's trying to block me, and I'm not going to let him do that. So, boom. And I got the paddock, which I cannot use on the same turn. I get it. So I'll be able to use that next time.
Okay, so I have canyons or crevices. I like to call it the crack because now I'm releasing the kraken. It's funny to me, at least. I guess it's funny to her. So I'm going to start out using my forest, or use my ability to build on grass. And I feel like she's going to try to block me from that paddock, and she knows how much I love horses. I mean, I don't. They're just big animals that you can bet on. But now I have a choice if I can build either over here, where my cursor is, or over on this side. If I build here, I get another connection with that paddock in this city. And then it doesn't really matter where I build these guys. So I'm trying to think ahead of where can I start jumping and leaping to help me out later in the game. Oh, I still have a paddock. Which, the one I just placed. Move up here and get that big old line going.
Okay, I have a desert tile and I'm actually not adjacent to any desert. So I can, like, the world is my oyster, so to speak. So I'm trying to decide what is the most advantageous. I don't want to say too much because then Donald does rude things. So I'm actually going to play down here.
Getting that coastline. That's smart.
That's right. I'm all about that coast. And then I can use the paddock, which also lets me jump a line. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this.
I really tend to forget what like all the rules are. I'll usually focus on one or two, and then it's a pleasant surprise if I get points for anything else.
Let me cancel that. Let's see. I'm gonna go there, I think. And I'm gonna confirm my turn.
All right. We got desert, which we have to build in this little location here.
It's not as fun as a dessert, but
kind of lame. Right. Nothing's as good as dessert.
So
you
true.
are, I guess.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so
he's trying to sweet talk now that he blocked me earlier.
You can still get up there if you try.
I'm still not there, though, is the point.
Oh, I could have played up there, but I didn't.
It was very rude.
Okay, so as you can see now, I have 2 paddocks to use and a farm, but I wasn't paying attention, so let's look and see where we should build. So I'm going for the mega line, as you guys have probably seen. So we're going to use our farm to build here. And this little tile down here, you do get points for being adjacent to cities, or the castles rather, but it's only 3 points per castle, not per thing next to it, settlement.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you surround it. If you just have one, you get the same amount of points as if you have completely surrounded.
So this little guy down here, he's doing nothing for me. So up to the mega line he goes, making a big old choo-choo train across the map. I have one more paddock, and I'm trying to look for something that's advantageous to move. And I'm not seeing anything that makes a whole lot of sense. So I will just plan for the future. Actually, no, we can do this paddock. He can go up here. I'll still have 1 touch in this paddock. If I were to move it and no longer touch it, I'd lose that paddock, and it's not great. Now it does make it easier for her to get to it, but it's getting me points for the coastline.
Yes, I have to build a canyon. So I'm going up here to get that farm. And then I'm also going to go here to try and get closer to that paddock. And I can use my original paddock. I can't use the farm that I just got. And I'm going to... What am I going to do? I understand the paddock, but like it's not the way it's like more of that spatial reasoning, and that is not my strongest suit, so I don't always use it to the best of my ability, I don't think. I'm gonna move this one up here. Okay, confirm.
All right, so I'm gonna start off using location tiles. I got grassland again. So let's think of how can we make this work for us. So let's use a location tile, use a paddock. No, let's not do that yet. Let's place our farm first. And we're going to place a farm here.
And the farm lets you build on grass, right?
Yep, I get to build on grass adjacent as an extra one, so it's just 4 grass this turn. But now I'm going to use that paddock to move that one I just placed on the grass there. And I can build my 3 grass, 1 here, 1 here, which gives me a connection between those 2 for some points later on. And my 3rd grass, we'll just continue our great big old line across the map. Oh, 1 more paddock to use. Man, so many choices.
So little time. Now you guys can already tell what I mentioned before is exactly what's happening. Donald has all those farms in an oasis, which allows him to use additional tiles. So he only has 9 supplements left. I have 19. This does not look good for me in our competition. it's not a guarantee that whoever gets done first is going to win, but they've placed more tiles, so that tends to increase their score a little bit. So it's dangerous. I'm going to complete this connection I've been working on, and also get another coastline. And I'm going to build on grass, adjacent to only 2, so I don't really have a whole lot of choice here. And then my paddock, I can move, I can jump. And I'm trying to think where that would be the most advantageous. Again, this is not my strong suit. Nope, don't want to do that. Cancel.
And thank you guys for tuning in, watching us. This is our first attempt. So whatever feedback you have, if you know us personally, let us know. We want to improve. Do it in the chat. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I wish MySpace was still a thing. Loved, like, setting your favorites.
Oh, Lord. I was going to say you just aged yourself, but I also had MySpace, so that's not even an old person joke because I'm just as old.
Everyone had MySpace.
Well, not people who are considerably younger than us. All they knew was the Facebook.
They dream about it. I got forests. We're going to continue our mega line across the country here.
Ugh, I really sucked it up on that mega line. I did not make it happen.
So I left a little space here for grassland, but I knew I can always fill that back in. What else do we have? We can place a desert tile somewhere, and we got a paddock to move. So really just looking at this desert, I can place one there. That's not super helpful, but up top where I moved that one, I can place one up here. And just to use some coastline issues, we're going to move that one just across the coast. So next round, I get to play just more options on where I get to play against the coastline. And I think I still have a paddock, but I don't see anything that makes sense to do. Because I can't move this one in the crevice too. Oh, I can. That'll move it against some coastline. So let's do that. To me, it's always just about, like, how many points can you get? I know our friend Katie, who is at least watching for a bit, we play a lot of Sushi Go, and I try to tell her that I try to figure out points per card, and she said, of course, you try to get the most points to win. And then I beat her, and it was worth it. Love you, Katie.
Okay. I definitely want to use a location tile. I'm going to use my farm. Again, I don't really have, it doesn't really help me, but he's going to use all of his tiles before I can, so I might as well do what I can. Now, if I can figure out how to use my paddocks effectively, that would be nice. But again, not exactly my strong suit. Okay, I'm going to jump that one over there because then I have another paddock. Oh, but then that would make it not connected. Not worth it. I'm talking through what I'm trying to do. Basically, I don't think I'm helping myself at all.
But you're trying.
I just moved things for no reason.
I mean, sometimes I just want to jump one way and just jump it right back.
Yeah, that's basically, I just jumped 2 for no purpose.
Oh, Katie, I'll tell you a strategy you don't already know about scoring points. Well, how about you can join us next time if you want, and we can play Sushi Go, and we'll talk through strategy there. We'll call it something else. So I only have 4 settlements I can build left, but I don't want to use all 3 on grass. So I'm going to use a location tile first and build on this desert, just because you got to get those points in at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to use 2 of the grass tiles because I want to connect one last little bit to my connection train, because I can't really expand the mega Mega road
Mm-hmm.
across the whole thing.
That's good. I mean, bad for me, but that was a good move on your part.
Well, thanks.
I've
Um,
definitely lost this game. I already know.
I don't think there's any paddocks worth using, so apparently it's gonna make me build on grass a third time, which I was not aware. I really thought once you were out of settlements, you were just out of settlements. So,
Well, you have one left, it says.
yeah, it does. So I'm gonna put one here, even though I don't need it. Gonna use location tile. Gonna use paddock. We're just gonna move him. Oh, I should have done that. Let's go on. I don't know if I can use that same one twice. I guess we'll find out. Paddock. Oh, you can. So you can move it one twice. I should have moved him up by that city, but I didn't.
Oh.
So that's worth more points in the end. Where else can we get somebody up against the coast? I don't think I have that option anywhere. So we'll just undo that and we'll skip doing that and let Jillian have her last turn. And then it does the
I
best
mean,
thing ever and calculates score for us.
I mean, that is definitely the benefit of playing on Board Game Arena. In my opinion, it does all the scoring for you. Plus, it's so easy to set up because you just got to hit a button.
My
Okay, so I
favorite
took as
is
many
set up and clean up.
waterfronts as I can do. And now I'm going to try. Again, it doesn't really do me any, the paddock doesn't do me any good because my grassland is just not helpful. But I still did it because it's my last turn, so I'm gonna do what I can. Okay, I'm gonna jump this one over to the waterfront.
But you lost your paddock in the process.
Oh, but that means I lost my paddock in the process. That's okay, it's worth it.
Okay, so it's figuring our scores out for us. It's gonna kind of show you mine. So I got 12. She got 14 on the coastline. I got 24 points for connections.
I got 8.
Well, 30 points for the mega line.
Good job. I got 10, so that sucked also. Oh, that's why I shouldn't have jumped that one. That would have been a longer line. Ugh.
Oh, well, it's only 2 points each. It's not a...
Yeah, it wouldn't have helped me. Since you got more than twice my score.
Well, I had Blue helping me. So I think that was probably the difference. He was in my ear the whole time telling me.
Ooh, that was rough.
Well, do you do Kingdom Builder again with a different map and new objectives, or do you want to go back to Lucky Numbers?
I think let's play this one more time.
Sure.
I am actually going to take it out of training mode.
Oh, that was my first victory in Kingdom Builder.
Wow, that is another thing I personally love about Board Game Arena is they give you badges or like medals, and I just think it's fun. Okay, so I put us in normal mode. I forgot to do that last time. So now you'll actually get credit for playing. Let's see. Okay, I mean, I would love to win, but I also my minimum hope is that you don't get twice as many points as I do this time.
Wow, we're setting the bar super high for this one. And for some reason, it gave us the exact same objectives. So
can we? You know what? It said first game. I bet that's a setting that does it all. Let's concede this game.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Let me see. What does it make us do? Propose to abandon the game collectively. That's what I'm going to do. And let me change it. I won't do first game because I bet that's the setting.
That would probably do it because those are pretty basic ones. Some of them are a little more.
Yeah.
Like the Lords are pretty complex.
I'm going to change it to random.
Okay, great.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's the not recommended for first-time players. All right. So this one's a little different. Yeah. You guys can kind of see some of them, but not the full thing. So we have Discoverers. We want to build settlements on many different horizontal lines. So instead of me building on one line all the way across, you want to get as many vertical or diagonal as possible. Farmers. So that is sectors. So each of the 4 maps, you can kind of see, that's a sector. You want to have settlements in every single sector. and whichever one has the fewest, you get 3 gold each. So before we kind of have the line going, or if we're clumped up, this is when we want to be spread out as much as possible. And of course, we don't have our paddocks to do that. Hermits also goes well with farmers and kind of discoverers, where the more settlements you have, you get more points. So like you want to have them spread out, which is gonna be tough to do without paddocks, but we can do that. And then we always have castles as part of it, which is 3 points for being next to a castle. So I'm gonna start out on grassland, and I'm gonna go. Don't do the coast. I like having the Oracle. It lets you build 1 extra settlement of the same type. It's not always helpful, but I think in this map it might be. Especially if I get grasslands again, I can only build 1 in that 1 spot, and then I can go anywhere I want in the board, which with farmers and hermits is super helpful.
That is super helpful. So I'm torn between what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I don't know if it's the right move. The castle isn't as helpful to start around, but being near the 4 corners maybe increases the chance that I can get into all settlements. Maybe. We'll see.
So the barn does let you move them, but it's only to the type you've already built. I'm actually going to go with... I have desert, so we're going to go next to the harbor, which lets you build on water.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a 1. Oh, that was smart. Good for you.
So I get to use my location tile, use the Oracle, and I can build on desert again. But I have to build here because that's the only one I'm adjacent to.
Okay. I'm going to steal your idea. Because I wasn't paying attention before, which was my mistake. So I built next to that same one so I could also build on water.
So I got desert again, and I'm kind of stuck with this 1 location, but it still lets me go with more of building multiples on horizontal, and then nothing here is helpful. So I'm gonna build, let's build in the mountains, just make it a beautiful little mountain area. And then gonna use the Oracle. Oh. And build 1 more on desert. And we're gonna use this harbor. We're gonna move this tile over here onto the water. And we're gonna get some error messages from Board Game Arena and just have a great time with it.
I'm able to build on forest, so I'm going to move here because that is another section, whatever they call it. And that's the whole reason I'm moving up in this direction. And then I'm going to use, I can move, my harbor lets me move any of my existing settlements to a water hex. Okay. I'm going to move this guy to the water down here. I also got an error message, not sure why. And I'm going to confirm that. So Donald, if you had to choose in real life one of these terrains to live your life on, where would you live?
Oh, well, definitely not desert. Even if the dry heat, it's just too hot.
Everyone says it's the way to go.
Living on a desert?
Yeah, dry heat.
That's a hard pass for me. You know, I feel like the flowers would be an answer for some people, but man, that pollen, you get a lot of bees.
Bees!
Just so many bees. So I went ahead and built up using my harbor first, and using all my abilities on flowers, so I get to use the Oracle and build again, and trying to get as many different vertical locations as possible. That's kind of my goal in this one. I probably need to focus on farmers and get some in other sectors. Jillian's doing a really good job on that.
Oh, I always get the canyon and the desert confused. I thought I was in my head planning to play a desert tile, but that was wrong. It's okay. That's okay. It happens. I'm going to use a location tile, my harbor. And I'm going to go... Oh. Let's see. I want to get as many... I'm trying to do as many different... No, so I'm going to cancel that. I'm not going to move to the harbor. You must move. Undo. Skip. Confirm. Gotta press all those buttons. Okay, so you don't want to live in the desert. You don't want to live in the flowers.
I mean, it really leaves grassland or forest. So,
or a canyon, or a mountain.
Well,
or a water.
Okay, I would like to live on the water so I can live on a cruise ship and be catered to. Because
oh, good answer.
That's what I'd go with.
I want to live on the mountains that are near the water, though. Like to me, that's the best of both worlds: beach and mountains.
That would be ideal.
I would also live with you on your cruise ship.
Okay, great. So I went ahead and used first thing my harbor to move that. I have flowers again. There's not a lot of places I really want to use these flowers, but you know we don't get that choice. So I'm just gonna build here just to get those flowers done. Unfortunately, it's working out better for me now. If I can get a forest, maybe that'd be kind of cool. There we go.
Okay. These dang canyons are just really kind of annoying me.
Drawing the right card is so paramount, but you know if you know what you're doing with the location tiles, which we don't, it can't help offset it, but.
Yeah, I really thought I had a great strategy because I kept thinking I was going to be playing in the desert, and it didn't work.
So I'm going to use all of my forest tiles here because it's a quadrant I haven't built in yet. It lets me get a new location tile. Kind of a win-win there. Let's use some of these tiles. So I'm going to use my Oracle first because I want to go ahead and build into this forest, and if I get desert, now I'm adjacent and I can start building down to this quadrant, which I haven't really touched yet. And I'm gonna be kind of messed up with flowers no matter what. We're gonna move the harbor. We're already on this vertical tile, so we're gonna move this one and make it up a little bit further so we can kind of just keep expanding vertically and get that one point for every line we're on.
Okay, so I finally got my desert, and I'm torn between my two choices, or I have many choices, but the two choices, I think, let's see, I have a little bit there. Yeah, I'm gonna build down here because I want this tavern, and that lets you build something on the end of a line of at least 3.
That's a really good play.
It's a really cool piece. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use a location tile to try and go on the harbor.
And if you guys in the chat have any other games you want to see on Board Game Arena, we are up for playing just about anything, especially those that are great 2-player games. We do have a list. We want to kind of focus on some of the newer ones tonight, in case people hadn't had a chance to play them yet. Oh, I got grass, which is probably the one thing I didn't want.
The next I want to play on one I'm actually good at.
Well, we're going to play Lost Cities, and you were going to destroy me.
Yeah. Probably. Okay, this is a small feature of Board Game Arena that I really like. You can set your preferences to be your preferred color token, and we all have that color that we prefer to be. Not very many games give you the choice to be purple, but purple is my number one choice. So when that is an option, I always get to play purple, and that makes me happy. I'm not sure how it decides if, like, because red is my second choice. I don't know how it decides, like, if we both have preference red, who gets it. But
I would hope it would just give it to you, but
well, it's not like you love her the most, so she gets the red.
it should be. Well,
I don't think they know.
I'll write a letter. Well, I was going to use my harbor, but I don't see anything that's going to really help me right now doing it. So we're just going to cancel. And can build them more grasslands. And I'll usually do that just to kind of go through tiles. That's usually my strategy, is to get rid of as many as possible, make the game shorter.
He's good at that. Can confirm.
Not that I don't like having a lengthy game. Like this guy right here is not helping me at all above those mountains. So we're going to move him. There's really nowhere else that does help me. And we're just not going to use the harbor this turn because I don't see anywhere that's going to.
Okay, I've got forest. So this whole cluster I can build in. So I'm going to go straight up this way. I'm trying to figure out. I don't think I have any built. I was having a hard time because my things are highlighted, seeing exactly where the breakdown of the different sections, quadrants. I don't know what they call them.
Mm-hmm. Sectors is what the farmers.
Sectors. Okay, got it. And then I'm gonna use my harbor over here. And I'm gonna move. Who's not doing me any good? Where can I go?
Would really love to get desert or flowers, but I'm not getting it next turn.
I feel like it's every time we use the harbor, it gives us an error message.
Yeah, I think it's because it's just that's the one time you get to use.
And we're in beta, so there's still kinks.
Okay, so I definitely want to use. So I have forest. What we're gonna do. Gonna use the harbor first. We're gonna move this guy over here.
And I see what you did there.
Now we're gonna use a forest. Get next to that castle.
There's you an easy 3 points.
And really, forests don't help me anywhere. I just desperately need to get something in this sector because getting 0 points is not going to be great.
You'll be fine.
And there is nothing I want to use those last location tiles, so I'm just going to skip it and confirm and hope I get. Nope. Did not get what I wanted. So grassland for me next.
Okay, I got a little Stonehenge. I'm going to touch this castle. And I'm going to touch this castle. Boom! Just touching all the things.
All the castles.
In a consensual, approved way. Okay, I can build on some lines of 3. Which quadrants do I need more points in? I'm going to go there. And then my harbor stuff I can move into. I don't need to have anything linked to this one, right?
Nothing linked. It's actually the opposite. You want everything to be as separate as possible.
Oh, true. Oh, then that was a smart move on my part. I forgot about that. That you want little.
The little bitty ones.
Now that's when this goal is when having the paddock. Was it the paddock where you can hop?
Yeah, that was really helpful.
that's really helpful when you have this one because you can hop and have just a little standalone.
So we're going to use the barn, and we're actually going to move off this water now, because it doesn't help us anymore. And then we still have to place 3 grasslands, which I'm not excited about because there's no grassland that helps me. Just double checking. So actually, we'll use the harbor. No, that's not going to work. This will work though. We'll move you just over here. And now I can build grassland. To get adjacent to that castle.
Okay, I've got my desert, so I'm going to build down here, trying to get more in that quadrant, but then I'm going to hop up here. And let's see. Okay, what does the oracle let me do? This is my first time.
You get to place an extra of the same type.
Gotcha, gotcha. I like that. That's fun. I will do that down here. And then I'm also going to use my harbor. What water would help me the most? You're not going to answer that because you don't want to help me, but.
That's very true. So, yeah.
But I love you anyways. I'm going to do that. And boom. Okay, this game I'm feeling a little better about. I don't know that I'm going to win, but I don't feel like I am 100% going to lose. And I definitely don't think I'm going to lose by you beating me by double. That was a complicated way to say whatever I'm saying.
I'm not feeling good about this at all. I don't know if these tiles or if it's just me. I can use the harbor. We're going to move this guy over here. First thing. Play my 3 grassland. I just can't get into that one section. Because I can't seem to draw anything that's helpful.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're going to use location tiles. And we're going to use the barn. And so part of this is we want to have small clusters if possible. So whatever I see that's connecting something, I'm going to get rid of it.
That's smart.
And just trying to isolate some things. Man, I wish I could get desert. That's...
Yeah. Don't have very many tiles left.
And that's it. I'm not going to use my oracle because I don't want to waste the tiles.
Okay. I'd like to do that. And that. I want to leave those alone. Okay.
I mean, I feel like a world with this many huge fields of flowers would have a great honey production. You have all these places for pollinators to live.
So if I take this guy and move him over here, that gives me a new cluster. Trying to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do it there. It got really hot in here. I think I got nervous because I think there's a possibility I'm going to win, and I'm like very nervous about it.
Oh, you're definitely going to win.
So I think I started sweating.
I'm going to get 0 points for one of the things, and that's just really rough. And your lines are at least as big as mine, so I don't think there's anything that I'm gonna get more points, and I think you have better. You're spreading them out better.
So I had to turn on my fan higher so I could cool off a little.
No, I can't move that one.
Well, and I'm proud because this time I've kept up with you as terms of playing the settlements. Like we both have 4 left right now.
No, blue is asleep. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this to end the game because I think you'll get a turn, but I just can't.
Yeah, I get one more turn.
Is there anywhere a harbor helps me? Don't think so. There's no other flowers I want to build on. Would that let me move to a harbor? No. Undo, and just gonna skip and confirm. Yeah, I think you got me. I think you actually beat me probably a lot worse than you think you did.
One can only hope. No offense, honey.
No, none taken. Be good to see like how many, because I don't know if I know I drew one desert, but I don't think I got a single canyon.
Oh, is that part of the game stats at the end it shows you?
I think it is. We should take a look. We're both just missing the top 2 for the discoverers.
Yeah. Move one of mine to, what did I play? Grass.
Which I was just hoping for a desert. I think that's what really got me there at the end was.
Yeah.
I could not draw a desert to save my life.
Okay, here's the big. Okay, you got 18.
And I got 18 as well.
Okay.
And then for hermits, I only got 6. You got 8.
So that's not a lot more.
I'm gonna get 0 for farmers because I could not build in that bottom right quadrant. 21.
Ooh,
yeah, dominated.
21. I wasn't expecting that many.
Yeah, when I couldn't build anything in that quadrant, I knew that was kind of it. Okay, I mean, you didn't double my score, so I guess we got that going for us.
I didn't, but that was a fair showing, I think.
That was well, let's see. So we hit end of game. So I drew 4 grasses, 0 canyons, 2 deserts, 3 flowers, 2 forest.
Oh, I only drew 1 flower.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 grass. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Have a tiebreaker for this one, or do you want to go back to lucky numbers?
I think I could use a break from this one. Like maybe we could play lucky numbers and then come back, or is that too complicated?
No, that's no problem at all.
Okay, let's do that just to like get our brains working in a different way.
Sure. And if anybody in the chat has a suggestion on what we should play, we can make that happen really easily. We've got some more fun ideas for programs to be on the Kentucky Fried Dice channel. I think in about 2 weeks, we're going to start a downforce racing league. I really missed sports for a while, and they're back, but I still think something like that would be just a lot of fun to watch and participate in, so we're looking forward to that. Oh, cool. I'm
excited about that one because I'm going to make race car noises.
So many race car noises. Go ahead and take my 16.
Yes, thank you for gifting me that 16.
Well, you're not going to take this. You're going to take the 18 too?
Yeah. I mean, then you'll get my 17, but yeah, it still provides me a little more spread in my numbers. Oh, your lowest one is an 8. That's rough.
Yeah. I think I started with an 11 once and did not win that, surprisingly. At
Oh,
13
Katie
has to
says
go
vroom vroom.
too.
My favorite race car noise is when I go around the big curves. Nope, that doesn't work there. Okay, got it. Sometimes counting is hard.
I mean, you're gonna take my 8, which is kind of rude, but I can't place that 7 anywhere.
I'm definitely taking your 8.
Well, you can have this 15. No, you can't.
Katie, I think you would like this lucky numbers game. It's just like fun and light. Like it's not super serious. Let's see. Do I want that 15?
You do.
I don't think I do. But I do want this 10. Crash.
So many crashes.
That's why you need a helmet.
It's a lot of guesswork in this game, especially early on. And if you get those guesses right, you're in really good shape. And if you don't,
That 18 does me no good, but I know Donald's gonna scoop it up. It's okay though. It happens. Oh, no, I can use that. I always have to like make myself take a second because sometimes I'm like, nope, can't use that 11, and then I realize all the way on my top line I can.
yeah, like this 14 isn't great. I'm gonna use it.
I will take
Oh,
that
5. Well, I'll take my 7, but I can't. I can't just hang on to a 7 as my lowest number.
Don't mind if I do. Thank you. It fit in nicely.
Okay, that 2 is helpful.
Well, this is really playing in my favor today.
This has been awful. Okay. We're gonna put that 7 here. I mean, there's no way I can finish the numbers I have right now.
Like, do I want this one? I think I do. Like, I feel like my board looks good, but no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Will I regret it? Maybe. $17. It's not really.
Yeah, that's like one of the few numbers I won't really need.
Okay. Shoot. All I'm getting are these high numbers that I can't really, unless I redo my whole board.
You probably should. I would redo the whole board. Starting
Stop
now.
it.
Right now. Redo that board.
I think you're giving me bad advice.
I would never do such a thing.
Yes, you would. Dang it, though. Shoot.
If you redid your board,
All
that wouldn't
caught
be an
up
issue.
to me now. I should have been redoing my board. It's this 12 next to my 18. That's not a good.
Doesn't
not a
leave
good
you a
look.
lot of room.
Oh.
That would fix
Fine.
it. Oh, I played that wrong.
Dang it. I was ahead, I got cocky, and now it's all crumbling.
I mean, what's going to help you out is there's very few numbers that'll help me. I think I have to have a 13 because of the way I'm set up right now.
You do.
So
That's a lucky number for some people, though.
it is.
Best of luck to you, sir.
But how can I make that number better?
Mm-hmm. That's the way to think about it.
I really can't. Nothing that I can see. Let's draw. We can put this 9 right here.
That's exactly what I would have done.
So that leaves me a number on the board that I can use to win, because now that 12 wins it for me.
Good job. Do you want to do one more quick one of this, or do you want to
Yeah.
switch back? Yeah.
Let's do this one. It's really quick. I feel like I can talk about other things instead of focusing on that game.
Yeah.
Of course, there's nothing really interesting to talk about.
I'm gonna try. I don't know that it will be like super cool with 2 players, but I'm gonna try the tournament mode.
Sure.
It says that it gives you points for how you score. So I think it's probably meant for more people, but we'll just try it out and see what it's like.
Yeah, we can always do a lucky numbers tournament.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. I'm definitely gonna replace my 8 with a 3 because 8 is too high of a start number.
Yeah, let's see what I can draw. I'm gonna go with that 1.
Oh.
So what has been your no particular order, your top 3 favorite things about quarantine?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Uh,
Or chat, either way.
well, I am an introvert by nature, so I've really enjoyed so much introvert time. Like, I have read so many books, and I think I have watched the entirety of Netflix, and I like that personally. So that's been pretty good. My other favorite thing has been being with you all the time. We've gotten a lot of quality time.
That we have.
So
We're
I
still
have enjoyed that.
doing things together on purpose.
Yeah, like I still like you, so I think that's a pretty good place to be.
I would agree.
Yeah. And then my third favorite thing, man, I have eaten so much Crank and Boom ice cream, which if you are not from the Lexington area, it is a local ice cream maker, and it is like top-notch, phenomenal. I probably should have just had my paycheck sent straight there because I've spent so much money at Crank and Boom, and I've loved every bite of it. So totally
It's
worth
pretty
it.
great.
What would be your favorite things?
Okay, so no order, of course, no particular order. I love working from home and getting to like just
Mm.
stop by your office and see you whenever. Even though
In my office, he means the room next door to the room his office is
yeah,
in.
we set up little offices because we're both working from home for the foreseeable future. Um, I love having the dogs at home, especially Blue, which let's see if we can show
Oh, he's sleeping.
just a little sleepy puppy. Uh,
He is passed
been
out.
been a rough day for him. Had to go on walks and get attention. It's pretty bad.
He's so cute.
And then I think very underrated. I love that I can smoke meat at home whenever I want. Uh, normally I'd have to wait till I get home or do it on a weekend, but just that like I'm home all day. Oh, thank you for leaving that for me. I was kind of worried about it. Uh,
Uh, Ray didn't think it was fair that only Blue got to be seen, so she wanted to say hello to everyone. This is Ray. Hello. She likes to bark a lot, but we love her anyways. Sorry I interrupted your story about smoked meat, but Ray was very jealous. Oh, now that she's been up here, she doesn't
wants to
want
be
go
a
back
star.
on the floor. Yeah. Ray likes to be held like a burping baby. And what else do I have to do with my life? So I just do it for her. I should look good. Okay, so you like working from home. You like smoking meat. What's your number 3 favorite thing about quarantine?
oh, the dogs. Like having Blue in the office. So in my actual workplace, we have office dogs, which is great. There's dogs around the office, and I love petting them, and it just adds a kind of a levity and just happiness in the office. But they're not my dogs; they're our owners, and just having our dogs at home, it's just so much better. Now, what do I want to
I'd
do
love to hear in the chat what other people's like
Yeah, your top.
the silver linings to quarantine. I also think, I mean, this one is maybe a little obvious, but I think we've gotten so much more creative about the ways we socialize, and like we're doing so much more online gaming, obviously, as we stream this Twitch for the first time. But you know, we have so many friends who don't live in our town anymore that we didn't make much of an effort to spend time with online when we could have been this whole time. So it's been kind of a, for me, like a good reminder of using technology to connect with people. Now I do miss some of the in-person connections. I am an introvert, but I do like a good party.
Yeah, I desperately miss having actual game nights and parties, and the Zoom stuff we do is nice, but it's no substitution. Especially going to conventions. I'm sure everyone misses Bourbon Donald. I miss Bourbon Donald sometimes. But we have been, making the best, doing what we can.
At this point in the game, it's like trying to pick tiles that help me but don't help, that whatever I put back won't help you.
Yeah, and I don't really want to give you that 12 because I know you can use it in 2 different places. But if it expands what I can use.
Yeah, that's still probably better in this. Oh man,
out.
he got me.
So you just lose 1 point. Oh, so
yeah,
close.
it was, you got minus a point for every tile you didn't have filled. So I only had 1, so that's not bad.
Okay. Oh man, a 5.
I think the downside of playing it this way with just 2 players is there's only 2 rounds, so really it's.
Yeah, there's not a huge difference. It's just adding 1 more round to it.
Yeah. But I could definitely see it being a lot of fun with more people.
Yeah, for sure.
She's getting down.
I do love that Board Game Arena is just constantly adding new games, and I love Tabletopia as well. It does feel much more like being at a table with other people, but just for ease of use, it's so hard to beat this, where it alerts you when it's your turn, and it typically shows you even
what your options
what moves you can do. Oh, Katie's favorite quarantine things. Shaken pina colada. Oh, 3 ounces of rum in yours. Katie, what mix are you using for that? Get into puzzle and Zoom. Yes, I'm looking forward to Thursday quite a bit on our friend Zoom call. It is undoubtedly one of the highlights of my week.
To-go booze has definitely been an unexpected silver lining to quarantine. Like, that's not something we used to be able to do.
Crank and Boom has those boozy cocktails, and they are just one of the greatest things in the world.
It's ice cream and alcohol together. So good.
I don't want to give you that 19. I know you. Well, actually, you probably wouldn't have taken it necessarily, but I don't want to risk it.
Rude.
I know.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact name of the ice cream cocktail we had this weekend as part of our date, but it was like s'mores and it was like salted caramel ice cream, pralines, cream liqueur.
It was
and
delicious.
Then they toasted their marshmallows on top, and that is just always. They have a little torch that they do in store for the marshmallows, and it's so good.
As the great poet MC Hammer once said, it was too legit to quit. As long as you laugh at me. I know. I feel like that's a really good spot for that. Okay.
That was a good.
I didn't know which one I'm putting on, but.
Can I really pass that up? Oh, shoot. That 9 really messes me up.
It does. It's going to be a real shame when you put that 10 down there.
I'm not doing it yet. I don't want you to have it. Katie, have you had the ice cream cocktails from? Well, I know you can't do dairy, but they have non-dairy ice creams. Have you had one of their cocktails? Because it's worth it. And the Please Meal location now has their liquor license.
I drew this 4, which is going to help you no matter what.
I like to be helped.
Just going to expand my own options, just in case. I typically in this game, my strategy is to draw whatever I can off the table, because if you know what you're getting, it's a much better situation.
I'm finally giving you that 9. I didn't want to, but
Been wanting that 9 the whole game.
I know. I know you did. I really didn't want to give it up because I knew you wanted it, but
Now this
it was
7.
really harming me.
Well, you can have that 8.
But where do I want to put it?
You can just leave it.
No. False. It really actually would have filled any of my holes. So if you want to give me another 8, I'll take it.
Noted.
That 3 is slightly less helpful, but I don't think the 6 will be particularly helpful for you. Okay, Katie, you're right. The cocktails all have the cream-based booze mostly, but you can also get a spiked scoop. So you could get dairy-free ice cream scoop with one of the non-cream-based liqueurs, which I can't remember all that they have, but I know they have a couple.
They do have their like apple cider sorbet.
Oh yeah. In Prosecco, I think they're doing that like as a little bubbly float. That would be good. Ooh. No, shoot. I thought I was about to win.
I thought you were too.
Dang.
Oh, and that 12 doesn't help me.
I know, that's why I put it there for you.
Oh, let's see.
I got distracted talking about ice cream and booze and almost forgot that I should be playing this game.
Like, just anything between a 7 and a 12. That is not it.
Oh, they would definitely sub the bourbon cream for just bourbon.
Oh,
and it's worth it, Katie.
Good game, honey.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
But I think we tied, like, with the tournament ranking.
Oh, we did. Well,
yeah.
I guess just do one more game as a tiebreaker?
Sure. Like a normal game, not a tournament one?
Either way, it doesn't make a big difference.
Or are you ready to go back to Kingdom Builder?
Let's just do one more game of just a regular game of lucky numbers.
Okay. I'm getting it set up.
And then we can also switch over if people in our chat want to play. We could do scribble.io. They can participate in that while we stream, which is... I like your high card of 8.
That is, I mean... I'm not sure if I'm supposed to cuss, but that's some bullshit. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
1, 2, 4, 8. I don't think you're gonna win. I mean, you might win. You could.
And then I didn't draw your 9 because it's stupid to replace an 8 with a 9, but then I drew a 9.
Oh, that's rough.
This is really rude. I'm definitely not gonna win.
You might.
What? And now I get a 2. I cannot play a 2.
No, you can't.
This is rigged. I'm just kidding. I mean...
I left you a 6. I am...
Thanks. I'm going to put it all the way over there because I got nothing. Stupid.
I mean, there's no way I'm keeping an 8 there the rest of the game.
I guess I'm going to replace my 9 with a 12. Whoopee! Good Lord. There's like 0% chance I can win this.
Oh, I was like just assuming you were discarding that 3. So I was going to take it. I'm like, oh, she didn't.
No, I'm not going to give it to you.
I really needed it.
Well, take that 12 instead.
I can't because I put that 9 at the end like it was going to help me.
But I put a 6 at my end, so. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Well, just...
Slowly replacing all of my bullshit numbers.
Well, here's another 8 for you.
Thanks. You're a good friend.
Thanks. I guess. Yeah, I like the 12 to 14 was not going to work out for me. 12 to 14 and 15. That's
That's okay. I can use a 12.
okay, good.
This is now my least favorite game.
I mean, it's still close. You've definitely made up for your terrible starting hand.
There's so many numbers I'm gonna have to replace. Like, look where that 3 is. There's no way.
Yeah, that's valid.
And pretty much everything I'm gonna discard, you're gonna be able to scoop up.
Not everything. But most, yeah.
You could have used the 12 or the 16, so I just played the 16 to help me out more.
I mean, that 5 doesn't help me, so you have that going for you.
Let's see, you can't really use that. I'm gonna take it. Well, I'm glad we're not doing the tournament one on this. That would have been a terrible way to end. I was really hoping you wouldn't take that. I didn't see that spot there.
Well, it's just that 12 was really limited.
Now you'll be able to use this 12 if I don't use it.
Yeah, anything between an 8 and a 6, or a 9 to a 15.
Haha.
Man, I can play that 2 out there. And you can't really use it because you have that 2 in the second spot.
I know.
That's rough.
Everything about this particular game has been a little rough. But that's okay. You can't win everything.
I just like the yellow a little more. So.
Just trying to class the place up a little.
Yeah, see if I can get all one color, maybe.
Rude.
There we go.
Oh, that was dumb.
I mean, that's... Well, you really couldn't do anything with it.
I don't think I can play this 13 because it... Shoot.
That 3 is just killing it for you. Like, that's...
Yeah, that 3 and that 2.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. Wow. Congratulations. I mean, I got close. I mean, I had only 3 holes left. Just there was pretty much no way to.
Couldn't really do anything with it.
Yeah.
No, we can go back to either one.
Okay, so let's do a tiebreaker of Kingdom Builder because we've each won 1, correct?
Correct. Let's get serious this time.
So serious.
And then do, random for the objectives.
I believe I did so.
Okay, so we got discoverers, which we saw earlier with the building on the horizontal lines as many as possible. Miners, so next to mountains. Workers, so this is the one time where building around a city or building around one of the upgrade tiles is helpful. And always the castles. I keep calling them cities and they're castles.
Okay. I'm also making sure I check out our pieces. What?
Yeah, so we got the barns where you can move to any existing type you've built. The farms where you get to build an extra one on a grass hex. The oasis where you can build on desert again. And the oracle where you can build one on the same type you just built.
There are not a ton of mountains.
There really aren't.
So I kind of went against my better judgment of not going with a location tech hex, and that'll probably be my downfall. But I was trying to at least guarantee I'd be near some mountains.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to build next to a location hex or if I want to do next to that castle to start out and be right next to you already. I think I want to build down here, which I won't get the starting bit, but then I have a good mix of what's happening.
I was just letting our Facebook followers know that we're playing a tiebreaker.
So part of our previous weekend of gaming was just a single, like, one game. We didn't play best two of three. Part of that was because I picked Star Wars Rebellion, which is one of my favorite games, but it just takes so long to play. We didn't want to try best two of three with that because that would take up like an entire day by itself. But totally worth it because it's an amazing game. I feel like
Yeah, it was a really fun game. I like that one a lot.
I'm really looking out with getting the early draws that are helping me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can use my farm this turn, so I can build on a grass hex. So that's helpful.
I got more grasslands.
Uh-oh. Drink all my water. I'm going to have to start doing like 2 cups of water in here for these. Except for that, I have to take a bathroom break, I guess. So.
Yeah, I didn't set up a be right back image, but I could probably do that while we're playing. And another barn. Oh, the barn lets me move one, which I actually don't want to do. Not yet.
Okay.
Get some flower fields going. We'll use location tile this time.
I do love the flower images. I just think it's a really beautiful artwork on this game.
So that, I don't know why I played that one to begin with. It doesn't really help me. Move one there. And we're going to use the other barn that I have. I can probably move at some point to get back there, but just get next to those mountains as much as I can.
Yep. It's definitely the way to do it. Yeah, I feel like the art on this game is pretty basic. I'm glad they took the time to make the flowers look so pretty. I just think it adds a little something something.
I think they really do a good job of making it generic. I mean, it's kingdom builder, but it's not necessarily like high fantasy or
Yeah.
anything. You'd really struggle to theme it like a sci-fi if that was your idea, but it works out in kind of a generic setting.
I like that there is a lot of strategy. Like I don't like obviously based on the first game you could tell I struggled to win, but I like that it's fairly basic. It's not so difficult. Like we taught our niece who was 10 at the time, we taught her how to play this game and she picked it up
Yeah, she
pretty
did really
well.
well.
And she hasn't like been exposed to a lot of board games, so that's not necessarily like natural to her, although she's very smart. But it was one of the like adult games that she was really able to like master pretty well while she was visiting.
And this is one we'd play a lot at board game lunches at work because it is so quick, especially when you would kind of force people to draw the card before the next turn so they can start thinking about it. Just saves time. And actually, Board Game Arena does do that. It tells you what you're going to get on your next turn. So we can kind of plan ahead and not sit here and stare at the screen in awkward silence as we try to plot out our turns. I just really wish I would get something a little more helpful. But here's a grassland. I'm kind of regretting not getting like an oracle or ones that lets me build extra tiles. But to me, getting those mountains was really important. I don't think I want to use the barn for anything.
Yeah, this one was just challenging because only the one quadrant has significant mountains. Everything else just has like, two little single mountains.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom right quadrant doesn't have any mountains.
And no one's there.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to prioritize where you went because there was a lack of mountains.
I think I'm getting that curse again where I can't seem to draw anything that's helpful.
I do hate that for you, but I do love it for me.
I am once again getting canyons, which I guess eventually I will fill them all up. But that does get me some more mountains, so. Is there anything I want to move? No. Surely I won't get canyons again for another turn, will I?
Oh, the world is my oyster. I want to build that. Desert Hex. Let's see, how have I done on the horizontal line thing? Not very well.
You've got a big cluster up there in the top. Kind of got two big clusters, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Basically, I can play on any of the forests now because I don't have any adjacent ones, so I'm trying to decide. There's not really a mountainous option for this, so I'm trying to decide which location bonus I want.
That's a good decision.
I'm actually not going to use... Doing on the grass doesn't really help me right now, so I'm going to save my settlement pieces since I'm lower than you. Oh, I forgot to confirm. Sorry.
You're fine. Once again, I have grassland. I think I have drawn nothing but grassland. I did get desert once, which was really great. Very thankful for that one draw of grassland or desert. Man, this is not helpful.
Uh, I am actually also going to skip my Oasis. That's not as helpful as I wanted it to be. Oh, I keep forgetting to hit confirm. Sorry.
You're fine.
It's my mistake.
Got flowers, which is almost helpful.
Almost.
I'm going to use some barns here. I think you're going to end it, and I drew 0 forests and desert once.
I'm going to let you have one more turn.
Oh, you don't have to. I don't think it would be a super helpful thing for me. Or you think I might draw something that's not... Let's see if I get a forest or a desert. Do I want to move anything? Yeah, let's move. Blue just came by, looked in the room really sad.
He's like, no one's paying attention to me.
That one. Just in case I get Canyon next.
I'm going to jump straight to using my location tile. And that's it.
You know, I was thinking, just in case I got Canyon.
I forgot I was the first player. I thought last turn was your last turn if I let you go one. So this is making me, I was nicer than I meant to be. I hope I don't lose the game now.
I don't think you will. I was thinking that if I got Canyon, I could do something that would help me, and I don't think I actually can. Yin. I'll just move those there.
I should have been more brutal.
You should have, but I think you still win.
I hope so. Okay. Discoverers, you beat me on. Oh.
You got me on miners.
But we were ahead 2 on each one, so right now we're tied. 11.
I think you're going to get...
Oh, you beat me by 1 on that, on workers. This is close.
It's very close.
Oh, you got me on castles. Oh, but only 4 points. I mean, this is our closest game by far.
I just want to look at these stats and...
Congratulations, good sir.
Thank you. It was an excellent game. Oh, you didn't draw canyons once. We kind of swapped that.
Yeah, I drew all the forests, you drew all the canyons.
Yeah. Makes it hard to have a strategy when you... I'm just
can't get something.
I'll get a forest eventually, right?
Yep. Oh, man, that was really close. I almost had you.
It was so close.
Well, good job, honey.
Well, thank you.
I'm not making you breakfast this time, though.
Oh, I really like breakfast.
That was the deal when we had our day-long competition. Whoever won the overall, or whoever lost the overall day, had to make the other breakfast. So it was me, and I made waffles. That was
really
pretty
like
good.
Waffles.
Yeah.
Especially chocolate chip waffles.
Would you like to play Potion Explosion, honey?
Yeah, you can go ahead and absolutely decimate me in a game. Let's do that.
I was kind of hoping that was my goal. Oh, it says you're offline.
It was really slow. You can try... Let me refresh. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, having an ad on Board Game Arena is really smart for a Kickstarter.
That is really smart.
We're going to check that one out later.
Okay, if you all haven't played Potion Explosion before, I really enjoy it on Board Game Arena because it's just fun and kind of easy. But I do strongly prefer it in person because it is a very like tactile. You draw these marbles and they clack together, which is the potions exploding, and I just really like that. But so you kind of miss that in the online version, but it's still really fun.
I'm also not good at this game, so
That's why I chose it. I mean, you're not bad at it. It's just not your
I
thing. So what
think
you're doing is right now we're selecting potions that we're going to try and make. The marbles in the little carrier match up to the potion recipes. So I have the option to pull a marble, and as other ones collide, if you match two different colors, you get to keep them. And so you're trying to gather basically as many resources as you can. You also have the option of taking one, you get -2 points, but you get help from the professor, and that allows you to like kind of manipulate the board a little bit. I actually see a good move, so I don't need to get help from the professor first. I'm going to take this red ingredient and create a couple of explosions. And that's actually going to allow me to finish a potion. My goal on my first turn is always to finish at least one potion because that like really gets you moving. Obviously, I would love to finish 2 potions. I didn't have the moves there to get enough ingredients to do that. So I'm going to finish my turn and I get to select a new potion. Each potion that you get also provides you with a special power. So the one that I just completed is the Elixir of Blind Love. So now on my next turn, I can use it to steal Donald's beaker full of supplies.
which is so rude.
I'm going to do it if you leave me any.
Luckily, I'm not going to have anything because I'm not great at seeing these explosions.
One thing that's kind of fun with this game too is you can use the potion immediately when you get it, so you don't have to wait till your next turn. So sometimes it really lets you finish both of your potions.
So let's get help.
I don't know, Katie, if you're still watching, but I know our friend Katie really likes this game as well.
We'll take that one. And then I'm going to take this marble. So we're going to finish a potion as well. And she's going to take all my blues, which is very rude of her. I'll fill that. And then we'll have 3 blues left over. You know, for me, that was actually a pretty good turn, to be honest. I'm going to pick a potion.
I mean, like I said, I think on the first turn, if you finish one potion, that sets you up for success because it's hard. You don't have any potions already to be able to use their powers.
And I'm not going to think too heavily because she's probably going to do like some really cool combination. So
Katie wants me to make noises for the marbles hitting, and I'm going to do it.
that's a great idea. I'm going to take this potion just because I like it.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out, I can steal Donald's blues, but I don't know if I need to. I'm going to wait and see exactly what I'm going to set up here.
Well, I was counting on you taking those blues, so I need you to take them. Okay. I intentionally took a potion that had no blues.
I am not seeing a lot of like really great moves like that get me a lot. I'm gonna take a risk. I don't know, so you can't tell what's up above where you can see in the marble tray. I don't really know what it's called, but I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take this red one because I definitely need reds, in the hopes that it gives me other things, which it did. It gave me a bunch of yellows and nothing after that, so that wasn't super helpful. So I am going to steal Donald's blues. Oh, I forgot to make the noises. Shoot.
Yeah, I think these points don't count now because you didn't make noises.
Because I didn't make noises.
Yeah.
I chose to finish that potion off first because now I'm going to use its ability. This one is called the Abysmal Draft, and it lets you take take one marble of each color from the first row. And so that, I don't need that yellow. That is going to allow me to finish this potion. And I think instead of keeping those 3 yellows, I'm going to take a blue. Boom. Katie, I will be better about the noises on the next one. I apologize. Okay.
So, of course, I need red and black, and the only thing I see is a blue explosion.
Maybe you should make noises.
Maybe that would help.
It can sense your enthusiasm.
So enthused. Okay, red, yellow, and black. I'm sure there's something there that I can do. I just don't think that way for some reason. So... I mean,
so
I can take that
say,
one yellow. Go ahead.
While you're thinking about this, I was going to tell a story.
Yeah.
Sort of. So I did not used to play a lot of board games. My family grew up playing Scrabble and card games. So, I mean, I'd played board games, but nothing, super modern or complex. But Donald really has introduced me to the wide world of board games. And he is very good at most board games. Like, he's very strategic, very smart. He picks up on rules very quickly, whereas it takes me longer to understand the nuances of a game. So for a long time, I just thought he was better at all board games than I was. But I really have learned recently, like, there are certain games he's really good at, other games he struggles with. So I enjoy occasionally making him play the games he struggles with so that I can have easier victories, because usually I can beat him at games, but it takes a lot of brain power. So sometimes I like to reverse our roles a little bit.
I feel like I'm getting all the ones that I don't really need a whole lot of.
That happens sometimes. My favorite potion, which it is part of this game, like, it's available, but neither of us have gotten it yet, is the Prismatic Joy one, because you can use any of the ingredients in your beaker to fill any spots. Like, it makes them a wild.
So I did not.
Potions.
Oh, thanks, Katie. That's probably what I did wrong there. I just liked that one, and that was probably the issue.
Okay, I am gonna get some help from the professor and set myself up, hopefully, for some good success.
Katie, I feel like that's about on par with you should take the cards worth the most points in terms of help and knowledge.
Okay, I got that.
Well, you're up 21-0. I think you got
How do
this
you have nothing? Oh, because you got
I've
help.
taken. Yeah.
I see.
I should probably stop getting help because it's not really helping.
I mean, the help can be very helpful, for lack of a better word.
I think I'm only seeing like blue combinations, and maybe I should just get potions that take blue.
Maybe. I mean, sometimes it is difficult. Like, you can't always, the potions aren't always available that you want. I once again forgot the exploding noises, Katie. I remember every time I finish my turn because I'm very concentrating on winning.
Like,
but I'm going to try. I'm going to make noises when Donald does it. Hold on.
Yeah, you do that. Okay. You guys ready for this one?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get help this time because I don't want to go negative. Boom. Yeah, that's probably closer. Okay, you go there. So I can actually finish a potion.
suggests that the secret to her success is to try to win the most points. You should try that.
Okay, win the most points. Got it. Is there not a potion that takes nothing but blue? Because that's about. Let's see. Let's go with this potion because I've got like 30% of it in my thing already. So maybe that'll be helpful.
Unless I steal from you.
Oh yeah, I forgot you might do that.
I'm not gonna, but I'm just saying it's always a possibility. You never know with this wife of yours.
That's true. You're just crazy.
Now here's my issue. All of my potions require a lot of yellow, and there's just not hardly any yellow on the board.
Yeah, I feel really bad for you.
You know, I was hoping for an easy victory, but so far not. I like to take risks like I did before, so.
Thanks for the feedback, Katie.
I'm not sure what noise these marbles are supposed to make. Click! Explode! I don't know. That wasn't very good.
That was excellent.
But I tried. Okay. I'm going to use this potion that allows me to pick 2 adjacent different colors from the track. So I'm going to take a black and a yellow. Confirm. And fill that in. And then all I need is yellows, but I don't have a potion that lets me take a bunch of yellow. So I'm going to use my Sands of Time, which lets me use a potion again. Donald, I could steal from you, but I'm not gonna because I love you a lot.
At this point, you probably should if you can just end this with my 1 yellow against your 225.
I have played this game quite a bit. I made noises, Katie. I made clacking. I said explode. What more do you want from me?
I got you, Katie. I'll make some explosion noises. Maybe that'll change my luck.
Sorry, I'm trying to. I was having a hard time picking a potion. Sorry. Okay. Katie, you're just gonna have to jump on this Zoom and make some explosion noises of your own.
Gonna use my Sands of Time. So I need. It's like the colors I don't really need. But I want to see what's happening further up that track.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Oh, but which track do I want to look up? Let's go with this one. No. I can guarantee getting a red here. I have to take adjacent, don't I?
What potion is it?
I don't know, the 2 dots. I'll just do
yeah, it's 2 adjacent ingredients, but of different colors.
Okay, so we're going to get help again.
Oh, boom, kapow. Okay,
clearly need it. And then we're going to take this yellow marble. I'm not going to get any black ones this turn, I don't think, but... And then we take that and... And then they fall. But we had the explosion. But with that, I think we can...
I don't know why I could not think of what explosions sound like.
I mean, you can explode, but... What does a fox say? Could you make that noise? Yeah, that's exactly what it does. So I need to get a set of 3, like 3 of the same, but then also 5 different ones. Is that right?
Yeah, either one of those options gives you a skill token, and that is how the game eventually ends. Because we have 2 players, once 4 skill tokens have been earned, the game is over. But those skill tokens also give you bonus points. I think it's like 7 points or 4. I lied.
I think realistically the only thing I should be taking are potions that require blue and yellow, because that is the only thing I'm able to get currently.
But then as soon as you do that, they'll disappear. I swear. It happens every dang time. Okay, I only need yellow and black, but again... What can I take? Okay. Boom! That's all I got for you, Katie. Let's see, I can take, it's not gonna help me. Okay, so I just earned one of the skill tokens because I got 3 of the same. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will give me a 5th. So I probably want one that I already have.
Okay, so still need black, which I don't think they're really spaced out that well. Need blue and yellow like always. I can use that one potion, but it would not trigger explosions.
And then you wouldn't be able to make cool exploding noises.
Well, I don't think that's really my top concern. And they have to be different colors with that one potion, doesn't it?
The potion of magnetical attraction,
yeah.
yes. There's just 2 different colors. I have that one too, and it's not been as helpful because I've mostly needed a lot of one color, like you.
Can I go ahead and fill, or do I have to wait till my turn? Like, use what's in my thing?
Oh, no, you can go ahead and fill.
Let me visualize what I need. Yeah, oh, well, I meant, like, do I have to make explosions? So I need 2 blacks, 2 yellows, and 2 blue. The chances of that happening are pretty much not there, so...
But if you pick one, then you might be able to, you might be able to use that power to help you.
I see what you're saying. Okay, let's get help first.
I don't know why I'm coaching him. He keeps beating me at games, so I probably shouldn't tell him my secrets.
I'll take that one. There's my 2 blue. Of course, it doesn't help me with all the yellows I need. But then I can get a black and a yellow for later. Who knows if I need that. Maybe I should probably save this potion, but I'm not really good at saving things.
I will definitely yell exploding noises next time tomorrow. I'm not good at sound effects, I guess. I need to practice. I want to be
I can use this potion again, though, can't I? That I just got?
The one that you just got, you can use.
Yeah.
But what I have, that's a steely one, and what I have doesn't really help you.
It doesn't help me at all.
This turn, you might want to wait.
I'm gonna need you to get some better ingredients for me.
Be better?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not be better. And just get ingredients that help me, because that should be your concern right now. So I need 3 sands of time. And I have 1 black. Oh, I don't. Let's do that potion. I'll never get it finished. That works.
I'm going to see what happens here. I'm going to take this. Exploding noises! I hope you're proud of me, Katie. And really, with all of that, all that was helpful was 2 yellows. But, you do what you can do. And then I'm going to use this potion to take a blue and a yellow. Okay, now I need 3 yellows. What can I do to get me some yellows? None of these are going to get me there. That would get me 1. That would get me 1 more. Oh, and then I can use help from the professor. Okay. Is it worth it? I think it's worth it. Okay. Confirming. Yes. Did it.
Oh, you took the yellow I needed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I don't think that's going to make a difference in the game here.
Uh, I did get my second skill token, honey, just so you know.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for this to be over as soon as possible.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'll try and beat you real quick.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it.
I've got 2 of those.
Okay, well, so I need black and yellow, and that's really it. And there is nothing but red out there. So let's just take...
Okay, but also note, if you get 1 yellow and finish your prismatic joy, whatever extra marbles you have, they're wild, essentially.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. That probably would have been helpful at the beginning of my turn, but that's okay. That's my fault for not paying attention.
But like if you use the professor to take a yellow right now, you could finish it. Well, I guess you need all those blacks. Never mind. That
Yeah,
doesn't.
but I can put that there.
Yeah.
And then I can... use... Oh, wait. I think I want to steal from you first.
I was gonna say, yep. Mm-hmm.
How do
That's
I...
what I would have suggested. Then
Oh,
you'll click on
confirm.
where my beaker is.
Gotcha. Then confirm.
Yeah.
And then we use Prismatic Joy.
First, before you use it, regurgitate it first because you need to fill your beaker. And you should probably fill your potion first so that all your, like...
Oh, it has to be used in the beaker?
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
There you go.
So then we do that.
I'm a good wife. I'm not trying to cheat you out of points.
You're
here.
so good. I'm not finished moving ingredients. So I'm hitting the potion.
Okay, now you have to highlight each individual marble and move it over. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. And I don't need to use that potion because I don't know what's happening. So finish, pick 2 random potions, and get this thing over with.
And you earned a skill token. And now look, the game is much more close now.
So I don't think I'd go quite that far.
Ooh.
I think I've got 2 sands of time already. And it sets of 3, right?
Sets of 3 or 5 different ones. Which I think is what you have won so far. If you get another sands of time, you would get a second skill token.
Let's just go with that one. Oh, thanks, Katie. You're so helpful.
Let's see. I couldn't figure out anything to do that would let me completely fill a potion. So I've like half filled 2 different ones, which isn't super helpful.
You want to steal from me? Oh, you can't.
I don't have a stealing. Okay, I hate turns that I don't finish a potion, but sometimes it happens.
Okay, so this lava
now it's your turn again.
Discard. Do I actually discard 5 ingredients, or do I get them with the lava-mancing potion?
You discard them. You do not get them, and it's up to 5, so you can, like, you don't need blues, so you could discard all the blues on one line so that you have a better chance of pulling the potions you want.
I don't know if that'd be helpful over here.
Sometimes, like, I like that one. Sometimes it's a little less useful, but like sometimes I use it to see what's above it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's just say bye to all these blues here.
Sometimes it doesn't super help, but what can you do?
Nothing. Let's take that ingredient. Let's go ahead and get help. I mean, we've already done it 5 times. What's one more at this point?
I mean, I make pretty liberal use of it. This time I haven't. I've been able to pull without it, but
That one
sometimes
doesn't
I
seem
use it
super
on every
helpful.
turn.
I've even got an extra yellow to put another potion. What's this one do? 2 adjacent of different colors. We'll deal with that on our turn later on. And I always like the abyssal draft. Yeah, let's just take.
I like that one too. Okay, I am going to use the professor to get this blue one, not because I actually want it, but I kind of wanted to discard it. It was in my way. Boom!
So many explosions. Explosions on explosions on explosions.
I'm trying. Okay. Now I'm going to use my potion of prismatic joy to fill this one. Excellent. Honey, I did get the 4th skill token.
Oh, good.
So you get to, I was the first player though, so you get 1 more turn.
Okay, excellent. So, this is really just an exercise in futility.
See if you can get 26 points.
Yeah, let's see if I can finish 1 potion. I think, oh wait, let's use this potion first. And take those 2. I don't really need them. And then we're gonna get help. Oh, this did not help the way I wanted it to. And then we'll take this one. And I don't think we're gonna finish any potions, are we? No. Well, let's just end this game.
I won! I won! It was pretty mean for me to make you play a game you don't really know how to play.
Well, I mean, that's part of marriage. You compromise sometimes. So, all right, you want to pick something else that's not potion explosion?
Yeah, you want to play one more?
Yeah, let's do that.
Is there a game you would prefer since I picked Potion Explosion?
I'm not on Board Game Arena. I don't think quite as often as you, so I don't have anything really that I.
The 2 we have played pretty successfully with just 2 players is Carcassonne and King Domino.
Let's go with Hanabi. That's cooperative, and let's
okay.
see how poorly we communicate while people are watching.
Let's end this on a. Oh, but I have to not look at
the stream.
Because
then you'd see mine. Yep.
Okay, so that means I will not be on the chat. Wait, can I pull it off to the? Hold on. Does it pop out? No, that just collapses it.
I can just read out if Katie says something. I can definitely read that out. I'll keep an eye on it.
I have minimized it. I do not want to cheat. I did invite you, honey, but it might have hit it.
I was scrolled down looking at games.
Okay. I've set it up in normal mode, and I don't really know the other stuff, so we're just going to go with it.
Perfect.
Okay, so this one is always challenging because you don't know what's in your hand. You can see your opponent's hand. That's why I minimize my chat. I'm not looking at the stream.
So we have a limited number of clues we can give each other. Either numbers or colors. So I'm going to give Jillian a clue that she has a 1.
So the goal is to build each set 1 through 5, each colors, 5 different colors. And so you're trying to put them out in order. So since there's no cards played yet, and he told me I have a 1, it's a pretty safe bet for me to play a 1. Um, I guess the only issue is then he won't have a clue of what he should play, but I'm still going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and play the card he gave me a clue on. So that was a red 1. So, woohoo.
All right.
And yeah, I feel like this game is challenging because you do need to communicate with the people you're playing with, but you can't communicate too much because you don't want to cheat. Otherwise, there's no point in playing the game.
I don't want to blind discard. So it's just
Is there
a
another
matter.
clue you can give me?
There is. I'm trying to. I hate to give a clue that's only for one card,
Uh-huh.
but I feel like at this point in the game it's kind of okay because it would give you a hint of like this is definitely what you should. Well, don't want to say, but
I'm also going to give you a clue, which
okay.
with what you gave me maybe is not as helpful as I want it to be, but
Okay.
I just don't want you to not ever get a clue.
So with that, I know we kind of go through clues quickly, but I want to make sure we're communicating and effectively so that she knows.
So that means those that you clued me in are yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you know 1-year cards for sure.
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and play that yellow 1.
And with that, since she played it and since she showed me I have 2 1s, I'm gonna hope that neither one of those are yellow, and that she wants me to play it. Okay.
So I'm going to give another clue.
Okay. Which is really great. So that means I know I can definitely discard that green 1 at some point, and if you discard a card, you get a clue out of that. So Blue is standing in the doorway looking at me like, why aren't we in bed yet? So now that you know you have that.
Okay. And then remind me, I know like there's only 1 5 of each color, but all the other numbers, are there more than 1?
Let's scroll down. Luckily, I love Board Game Reddit. You have like your rules just right here. So there's 3 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s, and there's just 1 5.
Okay. So I'm going to again hazard a guess that the reason he told me I have a 2 is so that I would play it.
So,
one of the challenges is when you give a clue, it gives the clue that applies to all the cards in their hand. So if they have multiple of a number or multiple of a color, it clues them in on all of that, which may or may not be helpful.
I'm going to. We have 2 clues to spare. I can discard that 1 to get a clue, but I feel like it's really important that she gets this clue. And I love to give clues that are multiple cards as well, even if I'm not saying like, hey, you should play this. But this way now she has 3 4s in her hand, which now she's aware of.
That is helpful to know.
And that still leaves a clue for her that she can give me a clue if she wants to, or do something else.
It's hard because I'm torn between giving you a clue that will be helpful later, but I feel like since we only have 1 clue left, that's not as good of a choice. So I know I don't want to play any of my 4s. I think though I just don't know. But there are 2 4s of each color, correct?
There are 2 4s of each color, and you know for sure you have the yellow 4.
I know I have the yellow 4, so obviously I wouldn't discard that because that's helpful to know exactly what I have. I'm trying to decide if I want to discard or give you a clue, but again, it would be a clue that's helpful later.
Yeah, we
I
definitely
think
need to.
sorry, what were you gonna say?
We definitely need to kind of. I don't know what we have in our hands, but we need to definitely keep playing cards as well.
Yeah.
But it might not be in a situation we can. Hmm.
I just know I don't want you to discard that one, so I
No,
felt
for
like I
sure.
needed to tell you.
So I'm going to uh, discard that one. That gives us another clue.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna discard one of my fours because
Okay.
I don't know what else I should play.
Uh, I feel like I should probably. Oh, there is some spam in there in our chat.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. Just want to see if we want to buy some followers. Um,
How much?
so I'm just gonna kind of blind discard because I just don't know what else to really do. And discard.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was definitely fortuitous.
And yeah, it was one of my challenges because I didn't like, yeah, I didn't want you to think you should play that card. Ooh, yeah, the card, maybe you're feeling the same way. The cards that you have in your hand are challenging to give clues to.
Yeah, it's definitely a little tough right now.
I'm going to
Okay. So I'm guessing you want me to play one of those twos. Hopefully I picked the right one. But I do want to give you a clue.
I think if you have a clue to give me, that's what I would prefer.
Well,
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
it's a two-part clue, I think. So just
Okay, okay. So then if I give you a clue, you won't have a clue to give me.
no, but I can do something. I'll be fine.
I feel like I might blind discard.
Okay.
It might shoot us in the foot.
It might. I okay.
You don't think I should do that?
I shouldn't say.
Okay, we're doing it. Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Um well, sure.
I mean, we weren't going to get a perfect score anyways. We knew that.
No, but there is a 2.
Okay. Hopefully that's a 2. I know it's not the green 2 because the green would have already shown up. No, because I discarded. I think that means you want me to play it. Yay.
Okay. Hopefully we'll figure this out. There is a 3.
Oh, okay. I'm going to play the green 3.
Can't do any clues. I feel like I should probably discard one of these two since you didn't seem too anxious about me playing it. And we have to get some clues back. So we'll discard that one. And we still haven't got that one yet, so works out. Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. You gave me that clue to play a 1, so I'm going to play it. Awesome.
Nicely done.
I feel like I can't say much, so I won't.
I am going to see what 3 this is. Hope it's good. Nope.
And our first misfire.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I
Have
guess
to.
I should have discarded it. That was my mistake. I should have discarded it so we'd get a clue back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't give you a clue. Um, I don't want to do a misfire. I'm just gonna discard this one.
Okay.
And you, well, probably shouldn't say. So never mind. Okay. I hate to like. Oh, I can't give you a clue. But I know I have yellow cards.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Just a hard
Um,
balance.
I'm just gonna play this yellow one and hope for the best. Oh, it worked out.
You did it right. I'm going to, let's see, I've already discarded a green 4, so I don't want to risk that. You have the green 5 that I've already clued you into. I'm trying to remember if when you gave me the clue of 4s, if I already had this card you've marked as green, if it's safe to discard. I think it is. Shit. It was not. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You can fire me.
So that green 5 is useless. I'm just gonna discard it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I kind of thought with it being marked green and us not that we'd know it, so it's okay.
I'm sorry. That was my fault. Okay.
I think it got awkward.
Awkward real fast. This is what sucks when it's a 2-player game. You know, it was my fault that we messed up.
Oh man. So we haven't played a blue 1 yet, and you gave me a clue there's a 1. So there's an 80% chance this is going to be a misfire, but I'm just going to play it.
Not that bad at it.
Cool. Well, we can do that and definitely play it, which means you got something you can definitely play.
Yes. Oops.
And we still don't have any clues to give. So I got a 2 and a 3, and I don't know what color they are. Gonna just blind discard, because... Meh. Need to get some clues.
What is better? This might seem counterintuitive. I guess if I said that, that's cheating. Never mind.
Okay, well, that's good to know. We'll just play this one.
I'm going to blind discard. I'm not going to discard a 4 because God knows I've effed that up enough today. I'm going to hope that this one is okay to discard. I'm nervous.
Yeah, that was the best one to discard.
That's the best one to discard.
Okay, we have one clue.
I feel like that's probably so I'll play it. So I'm going to play it. Oof. Okay.
Clues. Oh. Well, let's see if I can share in the discarding of 4s. I'm going to discard this white one because there's not a really good chance it's what we need.
Good job. Okay. Should I discard or should I give a clue?
I think one or the other.
One or the other.
Okay, so that's...
Sorry, viewers. I don't feel like we can have good banter during this one. I'm very stressed out.
I don't think either one of those is the yellow 5. So I feel like those are fine to discard, so I'll just discard that. We did great on yellow.
Yeah, we did.
And we have a bunch of cards left, so we don't have to be in a rush.
Uh-huh. I'm going to just discard. I mean, it's just hard because, like, there's a clue I can give you, but then you don't get to give a clue.
Whichever you want to do. That was a good choice.
It's a good choice. Solid, solid.
Okay, I'm going to give a clue just to make some discarding for you easier. I shouldn't say that, I guess, but it's pretty obvious now.
Yeah. In that same vein,
okay, cool. So let's discard that one.
this is like a very stressful game.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is like knowing how we're communicating and stuff.
I mean, in general, since this is couples TheraPlay, I feel like we have pretty good communication, like in life, for the most part, you know.
Yeah. Well, here, don't. They say, please don't discard that.
Okay. Noted. I'm gonna go ahead and discard this one. That's right, we don't need any more ones.
I hate to just keep giving clues that for discarding, but
I mean, it's kind of helpful.
yeah, it does take the stress out of it. So there, just
Nice.
just like I wish we could move forward with something. Okay, so a blue 3. I'm hoping this is a blue 2.
Cha-ching! I was communicating via telepathy.
Exactly.
We've been married long enough for me to do that.
Then I can definitely play this 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tricky. Okay. You still have one you know you can discard. So I'm going to discard this one to give us another stockpile of clues before I start cluing you.
Okay. Then let's... Oh man, that last card that showed up kind of threw off the clue I was going to give you. But I think this is moderately helpful.
Okay, that is helpful.
Oh man, okay. It's a really good chance I can play one of these 4s. So we're going to play this one.
Trying to figure out if you were communicating I should play the red that I don't know what number it is because it's the 3, or maybe I shouldn't. How many 1s and 2s are there?
There are...
3 1s, 2 2s.
Yeah.
So I know it's not a 2 because we have discarded a 2 and played a red 2. It could be a 1. We've played 1 and discarded 1. So there's 1. Okay. How many misfires do we get before we lose?
3 total.
How much do you trust me?
Based on earlier plays or just in general?
Okay, so I shouldn't do it.
Like, it's kind of a loaded question. I guess we should rename it "Couples That Need Therapy Due to Board Games," but that's just not as doesn't flow off the tongue.
Okay, if I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna discard it.
So glad you did that.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I can just. Oh, well, but. Yeah, I was going to give you a clue that was going to be helpful, but. We have 1 clue left. Okay, hopefully telepathy is working now.
Okay, I feel like because I wasn't sure before, now he's telling me to play it, not discard it. I don't know though. I'm gonna try. Oh, telepathy worked.
Okay, I'm gonna discard this yellow one that's been sitting here forever.
Obviously, I know I can play some things, but I also feel like I need to tell you something.
Okay.
I couldn't risk a blind discard.
Oh, let's see. Let's see what this does. Okay, awesome. And we get a clue out of that.
Nice.
I don't know the order to give you these. Oh, this is the last turn, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Oh. So does that mean so you play once and I play once, so I'll still be able to play this 5?
I think so.
Because I know that that's a playable 5. So
Yeah.
you giving me a clue doesn't really help.
It doesn't. So basically, it's a 40% chance this 4 is okay, but actually it's less than that because...
Well, you know I'm not going to misfire because I know exactly what card I have.
Yeah, it's definitely not the green one. So basically, it might be the blue one because there's 2 of those left. It's not the red one because there's no red ones left. It could be a yellow one because there's only 1 yellow. So there's I guess a better than average chance it's blue. So I'll play it.
It was blue.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be bad. 21's pretty good. That's
pretty good, right? Oh, when it gives you ratings, 21 to 24 says amazing, will be remembered for a very long time.
Oh, so only 25 is legendary, which is getting perfect. So that was really good.
We did really good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, you too. I think that's probably where we should call tonight since we were cooperative. Let's take a quick look and see if there's anyone nope, no one I'm following is online that I would want to send us on a raid to.
The only people I'm following that are online is Gen Con TV.
Yeah, the official D&D is on too, but you know, what's one more person watching at this point for them? Well, awesome. Thank you all for tuning in. We will do this again every Monday night. We'll get better at some point, for sure. We won't play Potion Explosion ever again. And Look forward to next Wednesday. We're going to do our first episode of the Downforce League, featuring the lovely Jillian as one of our competitors, as well as Katie, who's been super active in the chat tonight, also known as our only viewer. But she'll be in, so I'm looking forward to having our entire viewing population in there. We're also going to have a D&D game starting up probably the next 2 to 3 weeks. That's going to be KF D&D, which I, for one, think is super clever. So definitely make sure you are not subscribing. That costs you money. Following the page, you'll get notifications when we're online, and check us out on social media. We are KY Fried Dice for everything. Website, Instagrams, Facebooks, Twitters.
And if you do, he said subscribing costs you money, which is true. But if you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription a month. So it helps us little guys out more than mega stream. So I'm just saying, throw us a subscribe.
Yeah, and that whatever money we get from that, we would probably use for dog food because our dogs are starving. So just consider that. Thanks again for watching. Typically, we would send you off to someone else, but again, no one that I follow is on. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.